Hello everybody, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Hello, it's a rare Sunday stream and we're straight in today, no introduction. I'm using my second microphone, so the sound quality might be a little strange. But we will try our best. Let me know if there are problems with the sound. Hello to Daisy Lee. Hello to Julia Katata. Hello Pallavi. Genshin Impact the Third. Sup. Well, sup to you, Genshin. Or whatever. Zuya, hello. Shimi Nadar, hello. Good evening. 6:30 in India. The sun's so bright, Rich. Yeah, that's actually, Daisy, that is my attempt at anonymity. As you can see into my garden there, so now we just have the lights, the natural light. You can tell I moved house yesterday, so, you know, I'm still fixing everything. I haven't shaved. It's life, okay? Life, right. Anyway, I've got an interesting topic for you all today. Look at this. We've got loads of people here already. I didn't think a Sunday stream would be so popular. Hello, everyone. Hello, Tatiana. Ashley Chen, it's good to see you. Hello to, I can't remember his name. Anyway, bit of an interesting topic today, bit different. We're talking about space. We're talking about space and, well, let's see what happens with this. It's always good to try talking about topics that you're not familiar with and topics that you're not comfortable with, because you want to develop the ability to communicate in situations where you're not familiar with the language. That's the skill of a language learner, that you can go into a situation where you don't know all the vocabulary and you can get by, which means survive. Excuse me. Hello, hello, Pavia. Yes, hi. Sorry, I'm not mad at you. I'm just not seeing everyone. Ryan Harris, hello, how are you? And of course, Manuel Gordillo, hello, I haven't said hello to you. And Omar Sentepe, hello to Turkey. So, space, everybody. Is anyone interested in space? Stepping out of your linguistic comfort zone, exactly, that's right. What do you think about the future of space? I'll tell you, this class that we're doing today, it's a class which I designed last week, and I did this class with a few of my in-person classes, and it was a little worrying to see how negative people have become about space. I remember when I was a kid that we used to think so positively about space and about the future of space, and we sort of imagined this future where with like ideal societies in space and making friends with aliens and all these kinds of things. And of course we had shows like Star Trek: The Next Generation, where we had these future societies where humanity's problems were solved and we were flying around in space having adventures. And it was quite sad to see that now this idea seems to be quite rare. Many of my students reacted to this class when I said, hey, what about space? What about the future of space? Do you want to go to space? The common reaction was, space? Space? I ain't got time for space. We got a lot of problems here. Don't talk to me about space. Space? What's all that about? Right? So it's kind of this idea that, hey, you know, I'm worried about having enough money to pay my rent and to buy food. I don't want to know about space. And I found that quite sad. And also, I think it sort of misses the point. Misses the point a little. We all know that space right now is, of course, very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. But can we imagine a future when it's not? If we think about history in the past, traveling over the ocean was very dangerous. So we can imagine a future when space is not so dangerous. Maybe it's even fun. It is possible, but it's only possible if we focus on it. If we ignore it, it won't happen. So yeah, Kamal, you're expressing exactly the sentiment that I heard. Humans can't live in peace on Earth, so thinking about space is a waste of time. Is that true? Let's go back to Europe in the 14th century. In the 14th century, Europe had many, many problems. Wars, disease, poverty, many problems, oppression. Nevertheless, there were characters such as Christopher Columbus who wanted to explore and find new frontiers. Remember, back then, a lot of people still thought the world was flat. And they certainly were not aware of the existence of the Americas. However, by making these journeys to new frontiers, we develop new technologies, we discover new things, and these new technologies and new things, they come back to us and improve our lives. So, I have to respectfully say, Dr. Kamal, I disagree with you. Julia says, to be honest, I don't fancy going to space due to the fact that I'm a foodie and there's not a variety of choices up there. Well, Julia, we're actually going to think about a fantasy future. So I want you to forget about space today. Forget about space reality. We're going to talk about space fantasy. We're going to imagine something unrealistic but beautiful. So I want you to think about a fantasy hotel in space. And thank you, Daisy, for predicting the topic. I want you to think about a fantasy hotel in space. We're not being realistic here. Just go crazy with it. Daisy says, how much would it cost if Elon Musk opened a hotel in space? I think it would be about £500,000 a day. So maybe for 2 weeks it could be £10 million. Oh, Domenico Lafauci's here. Hi, how are you doing? Thinking about a flat world is just preposterous, Rich. It seems preposterous to us now, Domenico. But at the time, it was not preposterous. There are many ideas today that we consider to be 100% true, and in the future, people will consider them to be preposterous, won't they? Brilliant, Pallavi. Thank you. You're getting into it. See, you're creative. Aliens will serve the food in the hotel. Look at that. Pure care. I'll have my wedding there in the perfect space hotel. Okay. I'm trying to mute my microphone whenever I cough. No, I don't think it's that bad, Manuel. I think this is luxury, actually. It's a luxury hotel in space. I want to give you some inspiration. I'm going to show you 4 pictures, and I want you to match the pictures with the ideas. Have a look at the pictures and match the pictures with the ideas. Got some amazing space vocabulary here and science fiction. Ha! Kamal, I will offer a journey in space for Trump, Soros, Putin, etc. Yeah, can we include Rishi Sunak in that? A one-way trip to space for all our favourite politicians. Wawan Adi is all over it. Manuel, you're being too realistic. I want you to fantasize. I'll offer you a solution, Julia. It's something they designed in Star Trek called a replicator. This is a computer like ChatGPT that you go to and you say, I want whatever food, and it makes that food, and that's it. It's a replicator. And well, okay, it might sound a bit fantastical, but I think it is possible. I don't think it's impossible. I've just asked ChatGPT to pretend to be a replicator, and I'm currently getting a list of the Klingon menu. It's fantastic. I'll show you guys this. So you can imagine, Julia, if you're a bit worried about the bland food, maybe we will have this situation. Look at that food there. Does that seem bland to you? Looks fascinating to me. I want to try all of them, especially Gark or Heart of Targ. I love this stuff. So the replicator is a machine which can generate any food using molecular technology. So back to our little task here. Thank you, Manuel, Renit, Omar, Pure Kerr, Daisy Lee, Ashley Chen, Julia, and Wawan, who was the first. I'll match these for you. So celestial views is number 3. Celestial means of the sky, the night sky specifically. Anti-gravity swimming pool, that's number 2. That looks pretty fantastic. Holographic tour guides, number 1. And an interstellar garden, number 4. Which of these would you like to have in your space hotel? Domenico is doing a full mock test on Thursday, and I'm nervous about it. That's perfect, Domenico. The purpose of a mock test is to make you nervous, so that when you do the real thing, you're less nervous. So it's really good. A good teacher will give you the mock just like the real exam, and that will allow you to feel as you will in the actual IELTS exam. Manuel Gordillo coming up with his funny ideas. Cockroach with fried potatoes. Okay. I can't live without eating rice. Use the replicator. And Manuel says holographic tour guides are around the corner. Even in Valencia, you can find one in La Ciudad de las Artes y las Ciencias. Very good. All right. Anawat says, celestial views give me a peace of mind. I could sit back and relax all day long. I couldn't agree more, Anawat. And I think people need to look up at the sky more. Look up at the night sky and just look for a while. It's a simple thing that I think today so many people, they don't look up. Okay. So this is a task. I don't want to overwhelm you. Let me hide this task a moment. So I'm going to show you a task here that I gave to my students in person. It's a really fun task. It's a really fun task, and you just do it. Don't think about it. Don't worry about, oh, what do? I can't draw. I don't know. You just do it. Unfortunately, online, I don't think we can really do this task because I need to be with you and to look at your work and to talk to you as you do it. And then afterwards, you present your ideas to other students. But I will show you the task. And if anyone wants to do this for homework, then I will look at it in a future stream and we'll have your work on the stream. And you could even record an audio presenting your hotel. So this is what I'm giving you for homework. You can look here at the instructions. You think of a name, draw the outside and label some of the features, draw the inside, write the names of the rooms and so on. Then write a list of things your hotel has, like anti-gravity swimming pool, and then write the things you can do at your hotel. And when you have that on a nice A3 or A4 piece of paper, You've got your inside, outside hotel list of things you can do. Then record an audio presenting your hotel and talking about the different things. So that's your little homework task there. And I'm going to show you some of the work that my students did. What do you think my students made for this? Now, let me tell you about my students. They are professionals, asylum seekers and refugees, mainly. So mainly asylum seekers and refugees. They're working, a lot of them here. They have families. They're adults. And they thought the idea of space hotel was ridiculous in general. And a lot of them thought they couldn't do this. They said, I don't know what to do, Rich. I don't know what to draw. I don't know what to do. So what do you think? What do you think they did? Daisy Lee says, Rich, it's impossible to see numerous stars in the sky due to light pollution. The only star I can see clearly is the North Star. Well, there's a solution to that, Daisy. You jump on your motorbike, ride out of town, and there you go. I mean, Vietnam, it's not too difficult to get away from those lights. In England, it's pretty difficult to get away from the lights. Don't tell me to go to North Korea. No. In Vietnam, there's lots of places you can go where there's no light pollution. Less in England. In England, we have a lot of lights everywhere. But in Vietnam, you still got proper countryside with no lights. So I'll leave you with this task and I will show you the things that my students did. So here's one. This is a guy who said at the start of the class, he said, I have no interest in space and I've got too many problems here, etc. And he came up with this really interesting design. I actually think this is quite an attractive drawing. And he had a lot to say about this, actually. Unfortunately, I didn't record his presentation for you. But though he did speak quite a lot about it. You can see there's landing pads, playground, so a recreational area. When he says playground, I think he means recreational area. Playground sounds like it's for children. Recreational area is for adults. We've got solar panels and we've got the room windows. The windows looking out. So it's a beautiful design, I think. Here's the next one. I don't know if you can see it well. So we have at the top, we have zero gravity tennis. We've got zero gravity yoga. And here we've got a zero gravity restaurant, which actually sounds a little bit interesting. I'll just show you that restaurant. You can see there's some aliens in the restaurant, and there's a table on the ceiling. Exciting. I'm sure that could be very interesting. And the next one, so this one is very light. You might find it difficult to see that. But this is actually, it's not so much a space hotel, but it's a hotel built into a cloud. It's a hotel in a cloud. And an interesting idea that she had was bubble surfing. Not quite sure what bubble surfing is, something to do with surfing on bubbles. but it sounds pretty interesting. Now, when my students produced this and then presented their ideas, they actually became quite passionate about it. And the presentation stage went on for 25 minutes. So groups of threes talking together about their hotels, and they were talking for 25 minutes about these hotels. It's amazing what a bit of creativity can do to inspire you to communicate. Once you produce something, use your imagination and make something, it's amazing how kind of motivated and passionate you can be to explain that idea to other people. And that's something I really saw in this class. Even though at the start the students were very negative about the idea. So I'm going to leave you guys with this idea of homework, designing a space hotel. If anyone does that and sends me, I want a photograph of your drawing. Doesn't have to be Picasso, just a basic drawing, and a recording presenting your ideas. Make sure you follow all the steps, okay? Then I'll talk about it next stream. And now, I do have some examples of space hotels. We could practice that actually. Okay. It's not beyond your imagination, Anawat. It's just people have taught you to only try if you know the correct answer. And that's not what you do with creativity. If you want to be creative, you must be prepared to give the wrong answer. Don't worry about the right answer. So instead of trying to make a really good space hotel, make a really rubbish space hotel. Just make a space hotel. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, just try. That's creativity. Post to wish address. Well, there's a number of places where you could put this. You could send it to my business email. However, you might want to just contact me on Skype. This is probably the best way to contact me at the moment. And we have a lovely community on Skype right now. I've posted the address here. So if you have Skype installed and you have a Skype account, you can join our English learning community. I'm going to read some example presentations of space hotels. Type the ideas which you hear in chat. For example, if I say holographic tour guides, then type holographic tour guides in the chat, okay? All right, let's start. Group A. First and foremost, our space hotel introduces a revolutionary concept of anti-gravity rooms. Imagine when you enter your room, you will feel like you're floating in the air without any effort. Moreover, we use special technology to create this feeling of weightlessness. Whether you want to relax, sleep or exercise, our anti-gravity rooms provide a unique experience where you can fully enjoy being in space. Okay, type the words and phrases which you heard in the chat. Yeah, Domenico. Yeah, I used to like Brian Cox. I find him a little bit annoying now, but he was quite fun. I really like the guy with the monocle. He used to do the Sky at Night. Oh, what's his name? Patrick Moore. I think he's fantastic. Well, he was fantastic. He's retired now. Okay, Anowat, anti-gravity rooms, Pavio, anti-gravity rooms, weightlessness. Weightlessness, Daisy Lee, very good. Well, Pure Care, you can just send in a recording, it's okay. The Skype group is for a text chat. It's a message group. We don't use it for audio or video. It's messages only. Okay, I'm going to read the second one. B. Again, type the phrases you hear. Type them as you hear them. When you hear an interesting phrase, type it in the chat. Okay? Group B. To begin with, at our space hotel, we have a special focus on food from different planets. In addition, our team of food experts has searched for ingredients from alien cultures all over the universe. As a result, we have created a menu that will excite your taste buds and introduce you to new flavors. From fruits to dishes with spices from outer space, get ready to try amazing food and discover a whole new world of taste. Special focus on food was the answer. We have a special focus on food. New flavors and amazing food. Excite your taste buds. Oh, Asimaner. That is brilliant. And welcome to the chat. Excite your taste buds is actually a really good phrase, a strong collocation. And you hear actually that language used in a lot of marketing and advertising. Excite your taste buds. A good way to advertise your restaurant. Discover the whole new world of taste. Ashley Chen, very good. I'm putting the scripts here as well. And you can download the notes after the stream and look at the scripts. Food experts, that's right, Anawat. Another good collocation. Okay, let's move on. We will move on now to the next group. Step into the mesmerizing... Oh, sorry. Again, type the phrases as you hear them in the chat. Step into the mesmerizing museum in our space hotel, where we have a collection of artifacts from different alien civilizations. Here, you can see objects that are thousands of years old and learn about the history and cultures of beings from other planets. Furthermore, we have ancient tools, writings, and beautiful artworks. This museum will take you on a journey to discover the mysteries of the universe and make you curious about what lies beyond Earth. Not quite right, Azamena. It's the mesmerizing museum. Step into the mesmerizing museum. What lies beyond Earth? Yes. What lies beyond? That's a great expression. What lies beyond? No, don't say sorry. It was a great attempt. I'm just giving you some correction. I think I can hear some kitties. Ginger. Pepper. They're a bit nervous now I've moved house. Ginger. Hello, hello, Gingy. Hello. Come here. Come and say hello. Come and say hello. Come and say hello, my little Gingy. There we go. Say hello, Gingy. He loves saying hello, doesn't he? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Oh, he's a good kitty. UK people always have cats, says Wawan. We do say, they do say that England is a nation of animal lovers. Pepper is very shy at the moment, Daisy. She's always more nervous than Ginger, and now I've just moved house, so she's hiding at the moment. Pepper! 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 She knows I'm calling her, she just doesn't want to come. The cats are about 8 months. About 8 months now. Okay, let's move on. This is the last one. So listen for the phrases and type the interesting language in the chat as you hear it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for exciting sports in space at our space hotel. First of all, we have special facilities where you can play sports in low gravity. Imagine trying basketball, soccer, or even an obstacle course without the normal effects of gravity. It's a unique and thrilling experience that will challenge you and give you an amazing feeling. So bring your friends and enjoy the fun of playing sports in space. Get ready. Yes, that's a good one there, Domenico. This is really good sort of like marketing and advertising language. Get ready for exciting sports in space. It sounds like an advertisement. Special facilities, low gravity obstacle courses. Enjoy the fun of playing sports in space. All right. Thrilling experience. Yeah, that's a really good language. So here's the scripts for all of those, and they will be available in the notes. And I can't paste it in chat because it's too long, but you can download the notes now, and they're not from there. Where are the notes? Oh, there they are. So you can download the notes from today's class. And we are on to question time. So thank you for joining me on a Sunday for a bit of a different class. And as I've said, you do have some homework, and let's just make an alteration here. There's one change I want to make, which is 6 and then 7 There you go. So a bit of homework for you should you desire. And we are on to question time. Don't like homework, pass? No. No pass. This is not optional, Daisy. Obligatory homework. If you want to pass the course, you must do the homework. Do your cats understand Spanish? No, they don't understand English either. The only thing they understand is their name. Isn't that right, Ginger? Ginger! When I say Ginger, he looks. He understands his name, but that's it. Shanzay says, what's going on? What's going on is we've finished the class, Shanzay. I suggest you watch the video afterwards. We're now on to question time. It's not about artistic, Manuel. It's just about creativity. Your drawing just needs to be a representation. Remember to put labels. Oh, astrophysicist. It's a fantasy space hotel. This is not realistic space hotel, okay? We're not doing Gravity. We're doing Star Trek The Next Generation. Give me some tips to remember vocabulary. Okay, Nipa. Okay. Oh, remembering vocabulary. All right. Let's try and do some different tips for remembering vocabulary. Learn phrases, not words. Search for the phrases on Youglish. Listen and copy the pronunciation. Say them out loud. Don't try to learn loads of vocabulary. Just learn the phrases you like or need. So we're not trying to learn like 20 new phrases a day. 5 a day is fine. But choose the ones you like. Choose the ones you like. Be creative with new language. Being creative is a form of personalization, and personalization is one of the most effective ways of remembering vocabulary. What is personalization? Make an example paragraph, 3 sentences minimum, using the phrase. It can be real or imaginary. We don't mind if it's imaginary. The important thing is you create it. I don't create it. You don't search for it. You create it. You create your example. If you don't feel confident creating an example, that means you don't know enough about the phrase. So then you search for the phrase on Youglish and look at the context when the phrase is used. When you have enough context about when the phrase is used, then you make a personalized example or 2. Each example should be at least 3 sentences. Let me give you an example of a good example and a bad example. So, good personalized example, bad personalized example. Okay. Our phrase will be excite your taste buds. Okay, excite your taste buds. That's our phrase. Pretty exciting phrase, actually. I like it. Here's a bad example. There's a bad example. Here's a good example. Okay. There's a good example. So why is this a bad example? Why is this a good example? It's about context. The first example has insufficient context, so it's not very useful to remember. Great food really excites my taste buds. That's just, it doesn't have a lot of meaning. There's no context. If there's one thing I really love, it's a really spicy, exotic Indian curry. Just the other day, I went to my favorite local restaurant. Nothing excites my taste buds more than their special keema. Here we have a lot of context. We're talking about my favorite food, their special keema, exotic Indian curry, my local restaurant. Lots of context. More context helps you to get that phrase in there. And this is a really good way of improving your active vocabulary. Thank you for joining us, Pavia. We are wrapping up soon. Sitting in meditation provokes me not only to excite my taste buds, but also calms my stress. Does sitting in meditation really excite your taste buds? When you meditate, do you imagine food? Well, Manuel, that's right. The context of the class was the year 2525, but now I'm using the phrase to personalize it and give an example which helps me remember the phrase. Now, you know this is a good method because Domenico Lafauci uses it, and he has a very rapid way of improving his vocabulary. He says, Rich, the type of good example you've typed is the method I use when stumbling upon new phrases. In fact, I have the habit of making long phrases about myself and using the new words. Exactly. And I know also Manuel Gordillo does this. He did a lot of it in the last class on adverb-adjective combinations. I saw a lot of experimental adverb-adjective combinations in the chat from Manuel. Thank you. Eating biryani with yogurt excites my taste buds. Now I am getting hungry. You know, I have a problem. I really love Indian food, but I have an allergy to some of the ingredients. And so I really have to trust the restaurant if I'm going to have Indian food. Because if they don't take my allergy seriously, I have a big problem. But I love Indian food. Good Indian food. Not the Not the restaurant where drunk people go to get spicy curry. That's not what I mean. Oh, I wish I had more money to eat good food. The cost of living in England is really terrible at the moment. It's really terrible. I don't understand how some people are surviving. I mean, my profession is quite well paid, and I'm finding it difficult. And I don't have a lot of things to pay for, a lot of responsibilities. Rich, what's your favourite Indian food so far? I love keema. I love keema. I did also have a very interesting chicken dish in Vietnam, Indian restaurant in Vietnam. Can't remember the name though. Yeah, I can't remember, but oh, it was so good. Like buttery, really buttery chicken. I think it was from the south of India, South Indian food. Just amazing. The best chicken I've ever had, I think. So nice. I was addicted to that. It was basically just chicken and gravy, but it was just so tasty. Ibrahim says, if money wasn't an issue, what would you do? I would move to a lovely little village, buy a nice little house, and dedicate more time to doing English streams and probably to learning more about artificial intelligence, because I think that's the future. I'd probably buy a rifle as well, which you can do in England. If you can get a hunting rifle, so I'd probably start doing some hunting, pay for a license on a private land. That'd be cool. Do you like tea? I'm drinking tea right now, actually. It's the first time I've drank tea in about 3 months. Interesting you said that. Yeah, I'm drinking tea at the moment. Drinking Yorkshire tea with lemon, no water. Shanzi, thank you for joining us. Have a lovely weekend. Nice to see you. Zoya says, have you considered pursuing a musician's career? Zoya, I'm 40. It's too late. I enjoy music. I do make music. I have some music. I've posted it here before. I have a SoundCloud where I have my music. Yeah, I enjoy it, but I feel like if you're going to make a career from music, you have to become successful in your 20s, and you have to really go for it. At the end of the day, I guess I wasn't motivated enough to do that. If you want to indulge my narcissism, then there's my SoundCloud. Jose says, do you give personalized classes? Yes, but not much. I have 6 students right now. That's 6 hours a week. I am really busy because I work 32 hours a week teaching asylum seekers and refugees at a college. So that's a lot of work for a teacher. And then I have the streams as well which take about an hour to prepare, and then there's an hour of doing the stream. So I'm doing a lot of work. I'm not really looking for more classes, but what I'd suggest, Jose, is join our chat group, because I am going to start a new conversation club. Conversation club is a very economic option which involves an online group class with other learners. Very economic. I can't remember the price now, but it's very economic. And I am going to restart that in about 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. I'm going to restart that. Well, join the English Learner chat. That's the best way of me knowing that you're interested. That is where I will announce everything. So get Skype, get a Skype account, join the Learner chat. It's not audio or video, it's just a text chat. And that is where I will announce everything. If you want to know anything about what I'm doing, be in that chat. This is what I've decided as my subscription model, okay? So the link's in the chat there. What nationality are the refugees? Kurdish, Ukrainian, Iranian, Iraqi, Afghanistani or Afghani, Thai, Vietnamese, Venezuelan, Israeli, Sudanese, and some from Niger. I think you say Nigerian, but not Nigeria, Niger. Oh, Somalia as well. Somali. Teacher, do you think English is important for us? Yes, I think English is critical. It's critical, especially in this world where now it's all about communicating with other countries. English is the language to know. You've got to know it. Get good at English. Don't rely on the silly technology. It's true, you can use the translation, you can get by, Google Lens, Google Translate, etc. You can get by, but you can't prosper. If you want to prosper, get good at English. Are they beginners? Do you like teaching them? I love teaching them. I always love my students. And it was a new experience for me, Zoya, to teach asylum seekers and refugees, which I'm very appreciative of. And I think that part of my job is to bring something to their life which is different than the rest of what's going on in their life. So I don't only think of myself as a language teacher, but also I think of myself as providing them with a different thing to focus on, something that takes them away from their problems. Because these people, a lot of my students, they have problems, real problems, not like my imaginary problems. Sometimes, you know, I think, oh, I've got all these problems, and then it's like, you know, actually I don't have that many problems compared to some people who I teach right now. You know, they got real problems, not like my problems, my silly problems. So yeah, of course I appreciate it. And as for the level, actually at the moment, majority are beginners, which is not my speciality. Anyone who knows me, you'll know I normally focus on advanced learners. I'm an advanced English teacher, but my in-person classes right now are mainly not beginner, but the lower level, elementary. Pallavi says, I feel boring to learn English. What should I do? Well, what you should do, Pallavi, is do the things that you enjoy in English. So let me tell you, can you make a list of 5 things that you're passionate about and enjoy doing? What 5 things are you passionate about and enjoy doing? Riadul says, I can understand teachers easily, but often hard to understand native speech. Well, Riadul, what you need is a good teacher. You need to be wary of people who teach you correct English. Tomorrow, I'm going to go to the park. Tomorrow, I'm going to go to the park. So you need a language teacher who shows you natural English and helps you to identify that. I'm going to go to the park. I'm going to go to the park. Everyone, I'm going to go to the park. What are you going to do? I'm going to go to the park. I'm going to go to the shops. I'm going to go swimming. I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to go see my friend. I'm going to go. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to have a party. I'm going to have a barbecue. I'm going to meet my friends. I'm going to go to a restaurant. What are you going to do? Everyone, what are you going to do? Okay, now talk together. Ask your partner what you're going to do tomorrow. Right? That's how you teach natural English. And it's important. It's important. That's how I teach. So that's what you need, Riadal. Understand that real English is different than some teachers present as classroom English. And don't try to put them together. Just start learning real English as a new thing. And you'll notice we speak in phrases, not in words. I'm going to go. It's a phrase. It's not gonna go. It's not that. It's not parts together. Gonna go. I know we write it like that. I am going to go. Yes, we write the words, but when we speak, it's like one thing. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's like 2 bits. What are you gonna... Oh, it's 3. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? When we write it, what are you going to do? 6 words. When we say it, what are you gonna do? Just 3. 3 phrases. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Tomorrow. 4. Okay? So just realize, speaking is very different than writing. And if you have a teacher who speaks like writing, that's not natural. Whoa, Zoya, you want to master C2, eh? Speak to Pavia. Yeah, I mean, C2 is difficult. You have to just get so passionate about, get into everything. Start reading fancy literature, just get English in your life all the time. Start to become proud about your vocabulary. Look at someone like Domenico Fauci. He's quite proud of his vocabulary, and he's always trying to push it further. That's really the attitude you need to get to C2. C2 is a little synthetic of a level because it's beyond the English of your kind of working class person on the street. Hello, love. You got the time? Like, someone like that won't actually have a good C2 vocabulary. So if you're getting to C2, you're getting beyond the English of some native speakers. Just be aware of that. However, having a wider vocabulary allows you to express yourself more clearly and to be more precise about what you mean. So it is admirable to aim for that. If you want to get it, you just got to go all out. Get really passionate. Get English everywhere in your life. And become proud. You start to think to yourself, I am someone with great English vocabulary. It becomes part of your personality. So your ego sort of feeds this habit of learning. That's how it works. Shimi says, even in formal environments, yes. Less so, that's true. But yes. So in a meeting, people will still say, what are we going to do about this? They will. But maybe less. Maybe a bit slower. But they still say it. It's funny, I had a discussion about this with a teacher at my college last week. And I was talking about gonna, and I said, well, I just teach gonna for speech. I don't really teach going to. And he said, oh, I don't say gonna. Isn't gonna American? I don't say it. I say going to, he said. Right? 45 minutes later, I walked past his class, and honest to God, he says exactly this. Okay, everyone, what we're going to do now is we're going to get the paper and do this. Word for word. Exactly, he said that. So he thought he didn't say it. He actually thought he didn't say gotta. And then 45 minutes later, I walked past his class and he's exactly saying it. So you got to be really careful, because it's a lot of people don't actually realize how they speak. They think they speak the way they write, but they don't. They don't. And it takes someone to point this out to you. I got very lucky. Because my teacher trainers early in my career were very good with this, very good with sounds and phonemics. And I got pointed to this very early in my teaching life. So I've spent a lot of my teaching life working with natural language and trying to bring that into the teaching. But a lot of teachers, they don't realize it. They don't realize that the BBC learning English is not actually real English. By the way, BBC Learning English actually has some really good programs with natural English, especially about 10 years ago. If you go on their YouTube channel and look at the stuff they did in like 2013, 2012, they got some really good stuff. The stuff they're doing today is not so good. Don't know what happened, but the stuff from like 10 years ago is really good. You need to speak without conscious effort. I think that is a place you get to, Ibrahim, but there is a process, and the process is Don't know and speak bad. Know, but still speak bad. Know and speak good. Don't know and speak good. Okay, know is probably the wrong word here, so we change this to something else. Don't realize, or don't think about it. Yeah, let's say don't think about it. Yeah, that's better. So that's the process. Don't think about it and speak bad. Think about it, but still speak bad. Think about it and speak good. Don't think about it and speak good. This is the so-called path to mastery. Also, it's called unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and then unconscious competence. Unconscious competence means you speak without conscious effort and you speak well. That's the process. Bruce Lee put this an interesting way. He said, when you start Kung Fu, you think a punch is just a punch. And then when you're learning Kung Fu, you learn that actually to punch, you have to drop your shoulders, twist your body, twist your hips, twist your fist like this, and thrust out like that, and kind of, you learn all these things about how you punch. And then, when you're a master of Kung Fu, you realize a punch is just a punch. So that's the Bruce Lee version of this. Honestly, I don't get it, says Nipa. Okay, let me explain again, Nipa. When you start learning English, you don't think about what the right thing to do is, and you do it wrong. Then you start to think about the right thing, but you still do it wrong. You still make mistakes, you still don't speak well. Then you start to speak well, but you need to think when you speak. And finally, you speak well without thinking. Does that make sense now? Peter's principle. Is that what it is? Might be. Just having a look. Peter's principle. No, it's not. Peter's principle is the idea that people get promoted until they reach a level of incompetence. So this is why you have a lot of incompetent managers, because they get to the point where they are no longer competent. This is different. Okay, everyone, we've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. I think it's time to say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining me today. I do wish you all a lovely bank holiday weekend. It's a bank holiday here, a public holiday. Please do join our little English Learners Club. It would be great to see you all there. And I'll see you next weekend. I might do a stream midweek. I don't know if that's gonna work. Any suggested times for a stream midweek? You want a midweek stream? It's half-term holiday right now, so it's kind of convenient to do a midweek stream. Anyway, thank you very much. All the best to everyone out there, and I hope that this has been an enjoyable and informative part of your day. Bye bye now. See you next time. Smash that like button. Make sure you smash that like button. Everybody loves that. All right, where's my music? Do remember that learning English is not just about the language. It's about finding things that you're passionate about. It's about having fun. It's about learning about new cultures. It's about communicating with other people. My philosophy is definitely not seeing this as some sort of technical skill where we're grinding for improvement. That's not what we're looking at here, but it's more about passion, communication, enjoyment, and maybe for some of you it's just a fun part of your week. And I very much agree with that. My job is not just about teaching people English, especially at the moment with the work that I'm doing at the college. It's to give people a bit of an escape, to think about something else, talk about something else, and engage their mind a little bit, because learning the language actually is one of the best ways of exercising your mind. There's some very interesting studies which have been done on something called neuroplasticity. And neuroplasticity is the ability of the brain to learn new things. What happens is when you learn a second language as an adult, it actually increases your neuroplasticity. It enables your brain to remain younger. And the difference is quite profound. By the time you get to the age of 60, if you have learned a second language, your brain, in terms of neuroplasticity, is about 10 years younger than someone who didn't learn a second language. So there's some motivation for you. Learning a second language is exercise for your brain, and the effect only works if you learn a second language as an adult. It does not apply to bilingual children. So they don't have all the advantages, eh? Alright, have a good week everyone. Lovely to see you all here.